Hello, collective, and welcome back. It has been quite a while, but I've prayed over the cards. They actually came out this morning. I couldn't do a video at the time. Most of them, my day, I drive, so I just couldn't do that. I strictly stay off my phone while I'm driving, and unless my phone is hooked up to the car for steering wheel functions, I'm not picking up my phone or like looking at a notification, none of it. So, regardless, the message is if you're a high priestess, you're resonating with this. Your inner voice has been speaking to you. You've been listening to your intuition. You've been connecting with the Most High. You've been connecting with God, universe, source, however you see it. You're in that beautiful energy. So, in this deck that I created, this is our High Priestess card in the upright. And coupled with that, we have the Chariot. So either your ancestors or God, your spirit team, are looking at you as a beloved child of superstring theory. But in our deck, that is Chariot upright. Quick movement, success, you know your direction, you're exactly where you're supposed to be. And for a while, I was asking who the High Priestess might be, but wouldn't tell me. So I switched it up, asked what the Chariot was about, and we got Starvader Infinite Zero, our Strength card, and Eradicator Vowing Saber Dragon Reverse, Three of Pentacles. So whatever that is coming towards you quickly is regarding some kind of collaboration, some kind of teamwork. Maybe you're currently working on a project, but it's going to require some extra strength. But beforehand, I was getting really anxious when it came to like just about to record. So we're gonna find out whose energy that is because it's not mine. I'm eternally grateful to be confident in my own skin again, because I know what it's like to not be in numerous ways. Clear the deck. So I pray you all have been doing well. I pray those that have strayed from the path find their way back. Hopefully. Anxiety and resistance. God, what's going on? Let's see. Ten of Pentacles reverse, the Star, Queen of Cups reverse, Six of Pentacles upright. A star is not celebrating with someone. A star is longing for someone who's cold. No, we're not doing that here. Look, I understand it's the holidays, but if you're longing for someone who's cold, emotionless, bitter, nah. Stay away, man. Especially if you're the star? Why are you messing around with someone like that to begin with? Like, hold on, let's remind you real quick. The star. You're God's little star. He created you out of the whole universe, dude. Family disputes, bankruptcy, debt, fleeting success, conflict over money, instability, breaking traditions. But why the hope? Healing a Queen of Cups reverse? I didn't sign up for that. Or a Queen of Cups reverse is going through some healing. When it comes to generosity, charity, community, material help, support, sharing, giving, and receiving. Someone's learning gratitude or healing a gratitude wound. Gratitude wound? Insecurity. Oh. Why am I thinking? I was thinking King of Cups reversed. Queen of Cups reversed, insecurity, giving too much, overly sensitive, needy, fragile, dependent, martyrdom, playing the victim, for those who don't know what martyrdom is. That's a beautiful way to put it. Through you, through you breaking traditions, you're healing your wound of giving too much by giving and receiving with the right people. Congratulations. I know how difficult that can be. Years of trying to figure out who to give and receive from the right people. I mean, I knew to an extent with some people, even giving them the benefit of the doubt and giving them chance after chance. But I'm over that, and that's mainly why I've distanced myself from a lot of people. I'm grateful I have two really good friends. Both of them have really amazing heads on their shoulders. Both of them are interested in occult things of their own research. Nothing dark, which is beautiful because both of them love God. But they're on their own paths, and I'm grateful that I can see it for what it is. But I know two genuine people in my life, and I'm eternally grateful for those two people. I can get perspectives from both of them that I wouldn't have seen. Could also be healing from giving so much that you end up financially unstable. And I know that too. Not fun either, because you'd think that your partner would be responsible to an extent, seeing the same numbers that you would be seeing, but greed and gluttony, they are powerful. You never really know the extent until you're running back the numbers. And then you find out that your partner also has a gotcha addiction. So they've been buying up a whole bunch of extra shit on your dime. And then you're wondering, holy shit, how did all of that disappear so quick? Oh, that's why. But it's amazing how well one can stabilize themselves once they recognize where their money is going and coming, how you budget, and finding some stable ground. It's a miraculous thing, because then you realize, oh, I was never the problem. Page of Cups. No, Nine of Cups upright. Look like the Page of Cups. No, that's the nine. Wishes coming true, contentment, satisfaction, success, achievements, recognition, pleasure. You're going to be able to reap your rewards. God has been cutting people out of your life for a reason. They can't come with you into your next chapter. Same on my end. I'm grateful I've realized it and have been able to let them go in my own ways without bitterness and without resentment. I'm grateful I've been staying off social media, because that's fucking wild too. I know it doesn't really help my YouTube standing, so but coming up I'll be able to better manage my channel, just because I will now have a consistent work schedule outside of YouTube. So consistency for me is like really where I need to be able to manage things from one point, because if it fluctuates on a day-to-day, week-by-week basis, it's like, where do I place things that I appropriately want to do? So what I've been doing is just having fun with everything and not really taking pictures, taking videos. I've just been congratulating myself and enjoying everything and all my experiences for what it is. But at the end of the day, I still have to come up here and help you guys out too. It's my calling, as far as I know. Spreading the love of God, spreading wisdom of the ethereal, best I know. And it's bringing me joy. Ten of Cups reverse. Interesting. Under the Queen of Cups. Unhappy home, separation, domestic conflict, disharmony, isolation. I think this is two different stories, but it's intertwined. So this is someone's situation besides my own, because it can't be just me that's been going through all this. My locations and the person I've been dealing with, yeah, those are more fine-tuned, but this can't be just my energy alone. Yeah, since there's been a separation, like I moved out of the West Coast back in December, and then I moved back to the East Coast, and I've been able to stabilize. I've been able to figure out who I should hang out with and who I should avoid and let them go. So, and it's been really good. Been able to do whatever I want, not have to rely on someone to create my own joy. Man, I can't complain. And as far as I know, a whole bunch of conflict going on her end, but that's not my problem because we all sow our own seeds. So when it comes to as above, so below, you reap what you sow. Karma, dharma, whatever you want to call it. No matter what you do, there is a positive or negative reaction to it that causes a chain of events. This is common sense, but it seems like there's less and less of that in the world. But that's also because I've been so dependent on the systems in place versus being self-sufficient, myself included, but working on that bit by bit because there's no manual to life. We all have to figure it out the best we can with the people that surround us on a continuous basis. And when you rise to the occasion, well, other people feel some sort of way. But that's not your problem as long as, you're not purposely antagonizing them or trying to cause problems in their life. Just quote unquote following the laws or rules. And there's the Page of Cups. Someone with a childlike mindset. Idealism, sensitive, dreamer, naive, innocent, head in the clouds. Also talks about the inner child. So how have you been nurturing your inner child lately? Have you been getting nice and comfortable in your robe, making yourself some coffee or tea, tending to your garden, minding your own business? And that's coming up under the Six of Pentacles. Nine of Cups to the Sun. You're on your way towards emotional stability, experiencing joy. It's causing disputes amongst family. but there you are, just not caring, enjoying yourself, nurturing your inner child. That's really beautiful. Yeah. Move this over to the side. Any final messages for us, God, before I close it out with a testimony of God's faithfulness in my life? I've been holding that back for a hot minute because I wasn't entirely sure if I should put that testimony out. I'm not sure if... Let's focus on the task at hand, and then we'll get to that. Any final messages for us, guard? Guard. What are we guarding ourselves against? Ooh. Judgment over this Queen of Cups in reverse. Eight of Cups on the bottom. And judgment is you're moving on. Wow. Well, that spun around too. I thought it was going to come up reverse, but it spun upright. There's a renewal. I mean, that's pretty much what this whole reading has been about. You've been healing over a situation where you gave too much, but now you're in this energy of receiving. You're going inwards, being idealistic, dreaming more, using your imagination to solve problems that you have solutions to within you. You know exactly what you're doing, just like I do. We're not entirely certain how to explain it, but we know. Continue to trust in God. That's literally all I have to say. Eight of Cups. Someone might feel like you abandoned them, walking away, letting go, searching for truth, and you're leaving something behind. Now, when it comes to the testimony of the Lord my God, it's taken me 20 some odd years to give him acknowledgement for all the things that he has done for me in my life. So when I was between the ages of like, I want to say 5 to like 10, I used to frequent the community pool near my mom's house. Clear the deck. And me being a rambunctious child, I ran towards the deep end so I could just, more comfortably jump into the water. Because over there it was 7 feet versus like the 3-4 feet that I could just stand in. Because I was a tall kid, just like my kids are. But, I don't entirely remember the situation because it happened so long ago. But, I almost drowned, basically. I woke up to a lifeguard giving me CPR, spat up some water, and then went about my day like it was nothing. There was a video that I heard earlier last week where there are moments in our life where God, the universe, gets up off the throne and intervenes in our life because the calling we have that we signed up to forget when we came here to have a human experience. If you're living on your divine path, God protects you in more ways than one. That's the one instance that I can think of for the earliest. I mean, there's some other instances before then, but I don't want to go that far back. Um, I mean, I've gotten into so many car accidents over the years, survived every one of them without any major complications. Praise be to God. Um, Crazy transitions in terms of love life, job situation, friend groups. But then I remembered there was also an excerpt, and it took me a while to remember which book it was from, so I had to look up the lines that I did remember. We're in Jonah 2. Well, Book of Jonah 2. Then Jonah prayed to the Lord his God from the fish's belly and said, I cried out to the Lord because of my affliction, and he answered me. Out of the belly of Sheol I cried, and you heard my voice. For you cast me into the deep, into the heart of the seas, and the floods surrounded me. All your billows and your waves passed over me. Then I said, I have been cast out of your sight, yet I will look again toward your holy temple. The waters encompassed me, even to my soul. The deep closed around me. Weeds were wrapped around my head. I went down to the moorings of the mountains. The earth with its bars closed behind me forever. Yet you have brought up my life from the pit, O Lord my God. When my soul fainted within me, I remembered the Lord, and my prayer went up to you, into your holy temple. Those who regard worthless idols forsake their own mercy, but I will sacrifice to you. With the voice of thanksgiving, I will pay what I have vowed. Salvation is of the Lord. The last time I felt like I was really in a pit was my past relationship with my children's mother, where I literally felt like I didn't know what was going to happen next. Either uh, end up homeless or move across the country away from my kids. But it has been one of the better decisions, as much as I feel I need to be around them for several reasons. It's neither here nor there. It's just what I have to endure for this time period. But regardless, I'm grateful that I'm stable. Things are consistently looking up time and time again, even through frustrations, even through the things that really piss me off about people. Because when I talk to people asking for the truth, I'm staring them in the eyes, and most of them can't hold the eye contact. There's only been one other person within my group that's been able to hold eye contact with me without flinching, while still having a civil conversation, just chilling and baring our souls to each other. And that's the only other person I invite into my house. The other person I trust, I talk through text a majority of the time, but she's a teacher and she's busy with her own family life, so she's happily married. can't I can't even think or fathom of trying to get in between that, because that's exactly what happened to me, and I would never wish that on anyone else or try to do it my own way in whatever shape or form that is, because it's disgusting. Like, I grew up thinking that a homewrecker is one of the worst people that you could be. Like, even worse than a drug head, because they just get addicted to the drug. It's not their fucking problem, it's their supplier, it's their own weak will. And in a sense, that's also where other people have a lot of weak wills on both sides of the fence. Because it sucks to an extent being in the spiritual community, because you hear people projecting their own biases versus keeping it neutral. That's just my opinion on things. But regardless, I'm staying in my own lane. I'm drinking my water. I'm living life like it's golden, and it really is. Even on my worst days, I still have something to be grateful for. So keep turning towards God, keep praying. You don't have to do a whole bunch of like spells and whatnot. And if you're doing spells to manipulate others' free will, or in any form, hexes, curses, or manipulation magic, it's it's all gonna backfire, especially when the person realizes. So if you're wondering, that's why it's not working. I'm staying out of your business, so stay out of mine. It's really that simple. But I love you all, no matter who is, no matter who is telling you otherwise. But even more, God loves you beyond belief, beyond understanding. I can't even fathom the plans that He has going forward. I've been listening the past 3 years in my own ways, and it's only gotten more intense the past year. I can't wait to see what happens next. Like, let's have some fun with it. Shout out to the new subscriber. I see you. I'm not gonna be like, I'm on the fence about responding to people. Um, so at least I'm gonna throw you some hearts whenever I see your comment. Greatly appreciate you. Welcome to the tribe. This is Matthew with the Path of the Joker, where every day you have the decision to change your path for the better. Turn to God, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share us around, because that's the only place that I'm not really flying around on all these other social medias. I am looking towards getting a TikTok, but first I need to trade in this phone, get a new cell number. But we'll get there when we get there. Thank you for tuning in. Bye.